Biogeochemical cycle. Cycles of biosphere. Our biosphere contains all the minerals, water, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, and other chemical materials necessary for life. The biosphere is a closed system. This means nothing leaves the biosphere and nothing enters it. The materials in it must be recycled for life to continue. Cycling the process of using and reusing materials. It makes it possible for living things to use materials and then return it to the biosphere for other living things to use. If substance is gaseous, such as nitrogen or oxygen, it is recycled with relative ease. If it is non-gaseous, as in the case of phosphorus, local recycling is effective within the community. Life on Earth began in water, and at present, wherever liquid water is found, life in any form is present. 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Water makes up 50 to 90% of weight of any functioning living system. So if you weigh 60 kilograms, about 10 grams of that is water. Water cycle. Water on Earth is always changing. Its repeating changes make a cycle. As water goes through its cycle, it can be a solid, liquid, or gas that is represented by ice, water, and water vapor. Ice can change to become water or water vapor. Water can change to become ice or water vapor. Water vapor can change to become ice or water. So, how do these things happen? Adding or subtracting heat makes the cycle work. If it is added to ice, it melts. If it is added to water, it evaporates. Evaporation turns liquid water into a gas called water vapor. If it is taken away from water vapor, it condenses. Condensation turns water vapor into a liquid. If it is taken away from liquid water, it freezes to become ice. The water cycle is also called the hydrologic cycle. In the hydrologic cycle, water from oceans, lakes, swamps, rivers, plants, and even you can turn into water vapor. Water vapor condenses into millions of tiny droplets that form clouds. Clouds lose their water as rain or snow, which is called precipitation. Precipitation is either absorbed into the ground or runs off into the river. Water that was absorbed into the ground is taken up by plants. Plants lose water from their surface as vapor back into the atmosphere. Water that runs off into rivers flows into ponds, lakes, or oceans where it evaporates back into the atmosphere. And then, the cycle continues. The carbon-oxygen cycle. All living things need carbon and oxygen. Carbon is the element found in all living things. It is considered as the backbone of all carbohydrate molecule because carbon is needed to store energy. Oxygen is required for the process of respiration because it is needed to release energy. Oxygen is produced by plants during photosynthesis. Animals produce carbon dioxide during the process of respiration. In addition, carbon dioxide is released when living things die and decompose, and when fossil fuels are burned. These sources of carbon and oxygen make up half of the cycle. Plants obtain carbon from carbon dioxide absorbed during the process of photosynthesis, and animals obtain their carbon from plants or other animals they eat. Animals cannot use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Or simply, carbon dioxide and oxygen cycle is explained with this. Nitrogen cycle. The nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is necessary for all life on Earth. Nitrogen is an important component in plant and animal cells. Organisms need nitrogen to produce proteins, nucleic acids, and amino acids. While nitrogen gas makes up 78% of Earth's atmosphere, it is not usable in that form by most plants and animals. Most living things can only use nitrogen when combined with carbon, hydrogen, or oxygen. The nitrogen cycle describes the way in which microorganisms transform atmospheric nitrogen and the nitrogen contained in organic matter into usable compounds. The steps of nitrogen cycle are nitrogen fixation, assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, denitrification, and anaerobic ammonium oxidation. So what is the processes in a nitrogen cycle? The nitrogen cycle begins with atmospheric nitrogen to be useful to plant and animal life. Nitrogen gas must be combined or fixed with hydrogen to form ammonium ions or with oxygen to form nitrate ions. Microorganisms in the earth soil convert nitrogen gas into ammonia. This process is called nitrogen fixation, and the microorganisms that accomplish is include free living bacteria such as Azotobacter, purple sulfur bacteria, some cyanobacteria, as well as bacteria that live symbiotically with legumes and other plants such as rhizobium. Plants can either use ammonium or nitrate, which they absorb and use to create organic molecules like DNA and amino acids. This process is called assimilation. Animals, which cannot absorb nitrates, obtain these nutrients by eating plants or animals that consume plants. Ammonification begins when plants and animals die and decompose, or when animals excrete waste. Decomposing bacteria convert organic nitrogen nutrients back to ammonia and ammonium salts. Nitrification occurs when nitrifying bacteria convert ammonium to nitrate. These bacteria obtain their own energy through the oxidation of ammonium and by obtaining carbon from carbon dioxide in order to produce organic compounds. Certain species of these bacteria make nitrate from ammonium and others make nitrate from nitrate. The nitrification occurs when microorganisms convert nitrate into the gases nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, and elemental nitrogen. The bacteria that perform nitrification live in wet soil in anaerobic condition. They grow on organic matter and use nitrate instead of oxygen as an electron receptor in anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic ammonium oxidation or Anammox reaction occurs when Brocadia anammoxidans bacterium converts nitrate and ammonium into nitrogen gas. This nitrogen gas returns to the atmosphere. This process is responsible for over half of oceanic nitrogen. Phosphorus cycle. Like water, carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen, phosphorus must be cycled in order for an ecosystem to support life. The phosphorus cycle is the movement of phosphorus in different chemicals forms from the surroundings to the organism and then back to the surroundings. Phosphorus is often found in soil and rocks as calcium phosphate, which dissolves in water to form phosphate. The roots of plants absorb phosphate. Humans and animals that eat the plant reuse the organic phosphate. When the humans and animals die, phosphorus is returned to the soil. Phosphorus recycles more slowly than other nutrient elements. Phosphates are taken up by the roots of green plants and used in organic synthesis. They are passed to animals through food chains. Ultimately, phosphates are released through soil through bacterial and fungal decomposition after death of an animal. Sulfur cycle. Atmospheric sulfur comes from several sources, including volcanoes, the action of soil microorganisms, and the combustion of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and gas. When fuel that contains sulfur is burned, oxygen combines with the sulfur to form oxides. When the oxide of sulfur reach the atmosphere, they combine with rainwater and form sulfuric acid, which in turn falls to the ground as acid precipitation. And that it is.